Okay, picture this, we're back in the bustling streets of Edo period. Neon Vashai, where the air hums with the chatter of merchants and the subtle whispers of yokai lurking in the shadows. Episodes and of Shabake, the mystery machine building on that killer hook from the premiere, where our boy Ichitarō, the frail but fiercely sharp-haired to the massive Nagasaki store sneaks out and stumbles upon a gruesome murder. If episode was the slow burn set up introducing us to Ichitarō's world of protective spirits, and his bedridden was these two episodes dive headfirst into the detective vibes, blending supernatural sleuthing with that cozy historical charm that makes you feel like you're sipping matcha while Eve.
Dropping on ancient gossip in episode, titled something like The Whispering Screen, drawing from the source materials. First tell, the plot kicks off with the aftermath of that initial murder, shaking the Nagasaki household.
Ichitarō voiced with that perfect mix of vulnerability and quiet determination by Yokai Yamashita can't shake the image of the bloody saint he witnessed. But here's where it gets electric. The culprit seems tied to a cursed baby folding screen in the family storehouse, one that's not just pretty artwork, but a peeping tomb of the yokai.
This sneaky spirit baby Nazokai, brought to life with sleek charm by Daisuke Nematwa, has a habit of spying on folks, revealing secrets that could unravel the whole merchant empire. Big moments. Ichitarō teams up with his loyal yokai crew Sasuke, the Inudamaite of Yashir, nailing the gruff but devoted dog spirit energy, and Nike-chai, the Hekutic Chio Hino, adding a wise, beastly flair to interrogate the screen. There's a tense chase through the dimly lit storehouse, where shadows come alive literally as lesser yokai pop out like jump scares in a haunted house. The vibe.
It's got the thrilling mix of eerie tension and light-hearted banter, like when Sasuke trips over his own paws trying to intimidate the screen, turning a spooky interrogation into a comedy of errors. Each characters shine here. Ichitarō's grandma steps in as a no-nonsense matriarch, dropping hints about family curses while the yokai bicker like an oddball family, making the whole thing feel warm amid the chills. Then episode, probably the cursed bells toll ramps up with a neighborhood-wide panic. A temple bell starts ringing on its own at odd hours, summoning misfortune and even causing a string of bizarre accidents. Think merchants slipping on invisible banana peels from the spirit realm.
Ichitarō, still recovering from the last ordeal, but fueled by his unyielding sense of justice, ventures out with yokai bodyguards in tow to investigate the big twist.
The bell is possessed by a Tsukumagami spirit, born from years of neglect, and it's linked to a hidden grudge from a long-forgotten betrayal in the temple's past. Big moments include a midnight showdown, where Ichitarō uses his yokai sight to see the bell's memories flash like a ghostly slideshow, revealing the true killer from episode's murder, tying into this mess.
Sasuke and Nekichai get their hair spots, with Sasuke shape-shifting to sniff out clues and Nekichai dropping ancient lore bombs. The overall vibe pulses with that electric energy, suspenseful builds to revelation, sprinkled with humor, like when the bell spirit rings a false alarm, sending the yokai scrambling like Keystone Cops.
It's happening right in front of you, the lanterns flickering, the kimonos rustling, and the yokai's quirky personalities, making every scene pop with life. By the end, Ichitarō's growth. Shinichi's not just a sick kid anymore. He's the heart of this supernatural squid, solving crimes that blur the line between hue and folly, and yokai mischief man. If the animation in Shabake doesn't make you want to time travel to Edo, I don't know what will.
Bandai Namco Pictures absolutely nails. He arced still a think lush detail backgrounds that capture the wooden storefronts, bustling markets, and misty temples with such authenticity you can almost smell the incense and street food.
The color palette is a dream, warm earth tones for the human world, contrasted with ethereal blues and greens for the yokai realms, making those spirit reveals feel like popping into a hidden dimension.
Character designs by Karaimana are gorgeous. Ichitarō's delicate features scream fragile, but fierce, while the yokai steal the show with their whimsical yet folklore accurate looks.
Sasuke's fluffy Inugami form is adorable, yet intimidating, with fluid animations during his transformations that make you go who, and the cursed objects
The Beidou screen in episode with inmates with creepy slithering folds that give off major spirit away vibes, but dialed up with modern polished gushing time the action, sequences, though not over-the-top explosive or gorgeously choreographed.
In episode there's bell confrontation the sound design since, perfectly with the visuals, the tulling echoes with reverb that builds dread, while the Yokai's movements are smooth and expressive like a dance of shadows.
The historical details are spot on, from the chanmage hairstyles to the parry, props, adding the immersive layer without feeling stuffy. It's like the team poured love into every frame, making the supernatural feel grounded and real.
But hey, gentle nudge, the pacing in these episodes can drag a tad during the talky bits. Episodes' extended dialogues about family history are insightful, but they sometimes meander like a leisurely edu stroll when you crave more yokai antics.
It's not a deal-breaker keeps the cozy cachet feel, but tightening those could amp the energy. Even higher art-wise some background crowds feel a bit static, like they are painted in rather than alive. But that's nitpicking in an otherwise stunning package.
Overall, the animation elevates the source material's charm, blending beauty with just enough book to keep you hooked.
Woo Shabake Episodes left me buzzing like I'd chugged too much caffeine in our imaginary caf hangout, obsessed with how it weaves cozy, mystery-solving with yokai for making it feel alive and magical without going full horror. I'm totally hooked on Nikita's quiet heroism. He's like the underrated friend who surprises you with hidden depths, and his bond with the yokai crew cure Goldemore and their fumbles heart and their loyalty. It's got me deeking out over the potential, or more layered tales drawing from Heidek and Eka's rich novels that balance whimsy and wisdom what has me obsessed. The way it humanizes the supernatural yokai aren't just plot devices. They are quirky companions with their own hang-ups, adding laws amid the murders, like who knew a peeping screen could be so hilariously guilty.
Honest critic wits, gentle paced, which suits the vibe, but might not scratch that itch for non-stop thrills, kind of like a relaxing tea session, when you're in the mood for espresso.
Still, I am crossing my fingers for the series to lean into bigger arcs, maybe exploring Ichitarō's family secrets or escalating yokai threats, while keeping that fun, gripping sharpness.
If it builds on this, Shabake could be the sleeper hit of the season. Rad your snacks. Let's marathon the rest when it drops.